Alright, today we are spending some time with the 2026 Ford Territory Hybrid. This is the top spec Titanium X variant, and it finally brings Ford's dedicated hybrid setup to one of their most popular crossovers. Let's start with a quick walk around before we take it out on the road. Starting up front, you will notice that this hybrid model has an updated fascia compared to the non-hybrid Territory. The overall body shape remains close to its non-hybrid counterpart, which I actually prefer. It keeps the car from looking too large from the outside, but once you get inside, it becomes surprisingly roomy. Ford offers two hybrid variants, the Trend and this Titanium X. The Trend starts at around 1,399,000 pesos, and the full Territory lineup, including the non-hybrid models, has 5 variants in total, starting at 1,335,000 pesos. Moving along the side, this Titanium X rides on 235/50 tires, wrapped around 19-inch alloy wheels. You also get disc brakes on all 4 corners. There is a hybrid badge on the tailgate, and you will see Titanium X badging as well. There are also hybrid decals along the sides, with a more tech-inspired pattern. Personally, I think the car looks cleaner without them. Under the hood is a 1.5-liter inline-4 dedicated hybrid engine, paired with a 2-speed hybrid automatic transmission that uses a rotary E-shifter inside. Combined power output is 215 horsepower with 230 newton meters of torque. It uses a lithium-ion NCM battery with a capacity of 1.83 kilowatt hours. This is a pure hybrid setup, so there is no plug-in charging. The system simply manages the switches between the engine and the electric motor based on load and driving conditions. Stepping inside, Ford continues to express with cabin quality. They really know how to give their cars an upscale look. The steering wheel is leather wrapped, with bright contrast stitching that extends to the doors and dashboard. It adds a bit of flair without feeling overdone.
I heard you calling on the megaphone.
Front and center, you have a 12-inch infotainment display paired with a 12-inch digital instrument cluster. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both available. There is a wireless charging pad below, and plenty of storage areas around the center console. One interesting change is the gear selector. It is now a rotary knob, and I was expecting it to be a bit stiffer or have more pronounced detents for each mode, but it turns smoother than I expected. It feels a bit unusual at first, but you get used to it very quickly. The seat colors use a white and black palette. It looks great, but I am curious how it will hold up against daily dirt and wear. The cabin is spacious and reminds me a bit of the BYD Sea Lion 6 in terms of interior volume. Moving to the rear, you get a powered tailgate and a very large cargo area. What surprised me is that Ford includes an actual spare tire here instead of a space saver. That is something BYD does not include in the Sea Lion 6. Even with the spare tire, the Territory Hybrid still manages to be lighter than the Sea Lion 6. This car weighs around 2,140 kilograms, compared to the 2,350 for the Sea Lion 6. Much of that difference comes from BYD's much larger battery, which gives it more EV range. Alright, let's set off. Steering is very light as expected from Ford. I could probably steer this with one finger if I wanted to. The Territory Hybrid does not feel large from the driver's seat. Visibility is good, and blind spots are minimal, especially with my preferred seating position. The suspension is excellent. It softens road imperfections nicely, giving the car a very comfortable ride. I would put it up there with the smoother riding Chinese crossovers, which have been surprising people lately. Acceleration is smooth and predictable, especially in normal mode. I have gotten used to the way hybrids deliver power, so I know what to expect when I press the pedal. You still get that initial electric motor torque, which helps a lot when overtaking or making quick maneuvers. As for fuel efficiency, the Territory Hybrid has been reviewed to get around 17 to over 18 kilometers per liter in mixed city and highway use. Pretty impressive for a vehicle this size. Now, one thing worth considering, especially for buyers comparing this to the BYD Sea Lion 6, is price and powertrain type. The Titanium X is priced slightly higher than the Sea Lion 6, but since it is a pure hybrid, you cannot plug it in to recharge. The Sea Lion 6 is a plug-in hybrid with a large battery, so if you can charge daily, you might get far more EV-only driving. It depends on what will suit your driving needs best. So to quickly sum up my experience here, the 2026 Ford Territory Hybrid gives you a very refined drive, a comfortable suspension, and a premium feeling interior. The hybrid powertrain is smooth and efficient, the exterior looks modern without trying too hard, and despite the compact looking profile, the inside is spacious. It brings a lot of the traits Ford is known for while stepping into a more efficient direction. Buyers cross shopping with Chinese plug in hybrids will weigh charging convenience, battery size, and EV range. But for those who want a straightforward hybrid that is simple to live with, this Territory hybrid makes a very solid case for itself. You might also see the Territory hybrid as an option for buyers who want something that feels more upscale than what many Japanese crossovers in this price range offer. At the same time, you still get the reassurance of choosing a model from a long established global automaker, which makes it a comfortable middle ground for people who want premium touches without going completely outside the familiar brands they trust. Thank you for joining me on this POV test drive of the 2026 Ford Territory Hybrid. I appreciate the support on the channel, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, share it with someone who is looking for a new crossover, and subscribe if you want to see more POV test drives around Cebu. See you in the next one.